In this video, we will discuss refraction of light through a prism. There are different types of prisms, but we will take the triangular prism as an example. On the screen, you can see two prisms, one on my right and one on my left. So see the number of faces of the prism. It has two triangular faces and three rectangular faces. Two triangular faces on either side and one rectangular face at the base and two rectangular face at the on the sides. Okay, so this is the structure of a triangular prism, and actually it is made up of glass. So here a triangular prism is drawn, and it has got 60-degree in each of these places. Okay, and we can consider one incident ray to this face. Okay, and we can name it as A B. This is the incident ray. The incident ray of light. Actually, it has go in this direction. Okay, but this is air and this is glass. So this is a rarer medium and this is a denser medium. So when light travels from a rarer to a denser medium, what happens? The light will bend towards the normal. Okay, so you have to draw the normal. So this black line is the normal, which is perpendicular to this face. So it will bend towards the normal. Instead of going straight, it bends towards the normal, and this is the refracted ray, and you can name it as BC. So BC is the refracted ray. Now what is the angle of incidence? The angle of incidence is the angle between the normal and the incident ray. So it will be this. This is the angle of incidence, the angle between the incident ray and the normal. And what will be the angle of refraction? It will be the angle between the refracted ray and the normal. That is angle of refraction. Now this ray is going in this direction. Now it has to go straight, but this is glass, this is air, so this is denser and rarer, and this is rarer medium. So when a light passes from a denser to rarer medium, it will bend away from the normal. So you have to draw the normal here. This is the normal, this black line. So it will bend away from the normal instead of going straight. So it will bend away from the normal, and you can name it as CD, and that is the emergent ray. And what will be the angle of emergence? It is the angle between the normal and the emergent ray. That is this. This is the angle of emergence. So here we got three angles: angle of incidence, angle of refraction, and angle of emergence. The same with three rays also: incident ray, refracted ray, and emergent ray. Now how much this ray deviated from its original path? So this was the original path. Now how much it deviated? Now it is going in this direction. Okay, so how much degree deviation is there? How can we find out? You have to draw a line backwards from the emergent ray. So it will come and touch the original path, which has to be there if there is no prism. Okay, so it will come and touch to the original path. So you can find out the angle, and this much deviation is there, and that is angle of deviation. Okay, by using a glass prism, you can easily draw this. Okay, so that time you can correctly find the angles also. What is the angle I, what is angle R, what is angle E, and what will be angle D. So you saw what happens when a beam of light passes through a prism. Now we will discuss about the white light. What happens when the white colored light passes through a prism? So a white beam of light is passing, and as you know, white light is made up of 7 different colors that you see in the rainbow, and each of these color has got a different refractive index, and it is the violet which has the most refractive index, means the violet bends more, and the red is the one with least refractive index. So the violet will bend more. So since the different colors of light has different refractive index, when it enters into a prism, their refraction will be different. So here violet will bend more and red will bend less. Okay, so this is red and this is violet. And in between you will get other colors also. Okay, that is indigo blue, like that you will get all the colors. And here again, when it passes from the denser to rarer medium again, red will bend less and violet will bend more. So this is violet. Here you will get indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. You will get all the colors. So here what happened? The white light got split into different colors. This splitting up of white light is called dispersion of light. Okay, and here you will get a band of light, different colors of light, and that different colors forms its spectrum. It is the spectrum of this white light. Now Isaac Newton, he did one more thing. Isaac Newton used two prisms. With one prism, the first prism, he split the light. The white light is allowed to pass through the first prism, so it split into the 7 different colors, that is Vibgyor. Then when it came out, it was Vibgyor. Okay. Now he allowed all these colors of light to pass through another prism. Okay. And what he observed, after refraction, it emerged as white light. Okay, so he has shown that with a prism we can split the white light into different colors, and by using another prism all these colors will join to form a white light. Now there are some other examples also in the nature. You may have seen rainbow. What is the phenomenon behind this? For that we have to consider a water droplet present in the rain clouds. So this is a water droplet. Now when the sunlight enters this droplet, sunlight is coming, and this is air and this is water. So this is a rarer medium and this is the denser medium. So what happens? Refraction occurs. And since this is white light, dispersion also occurs. So this will be violet and this may be red. Red and violet. Now after this, we have to consider two conditions. One is, now this has to refract, or this has to go beyond this, that is from water to air it has to pass. So this is a denser medium and this is a rarer medium. And there is an angle of incidence here, and if this angle of incidence is greater than the critical angle, then what happens? So when the angle of incidence is greater than critical angle, and if the light is passing from a denser to a rarer medium, then the refraction will not occur. Instead, it will reflect back. Okay, it is called total internal reflection. So this will reflect, and this will be the violet, and this will be red. Okay, so Vibgyor, you will see the Vibgyor color. So the light is coming from this direction and you are standing in this direction. So you will see all these 7 colors and you call it as a rainbow. And the sun should be behind you. Okay, then only, because it is coming after the total internal reflection, then only you can see the rainbow there. So sun should be behind you and you should be facing that side. Okay, so here the refraction occurs, the dispersion occurs, and there is total internal reflection. Now another example of atmospheric refraction is when there is a fire, the air above the fire gets heated up and that hot air is lighter than the cool air. At the same time, the refractive index of this hot air is also lesser than the cool air. So when you see any object through that steam is there above the fire, that is hot air. When you see anything through that, the light from that object comes, it should come and hit your eye, then only you will see it. So the light from that object comes, cool air is there, and here in between hot air is there, the refractive index is different, so it will refract, okay, it will bend, and again it has to pass into cool air, so it will bend, again bend. So you will feel that object beyond that fire is wavering or flickering. Okay, so that is one example of atmospheric refraction. Now another example is about twinkling of stars. So why does a star twinkle? Okay, so we can consider this is Earth, and Earth has got atmosphere, different layers are there. As you move from Earth to the upper atmosphere, the optical density decreases. Okay, so different layers have different optical densities. Now when a beam of light comes from a star, star is here and the star is very far away from us. Okay, so only a pinpoint size of light come to the earth. Okay, so when it enters, it is coming like this. When it enters the earth's surface, again different the layers of the atmosphere have different refractive index. So due to that it will bend, and at the same time it will follow a zigzag pathway also. Okay, and it will bend, and in that way it reach your eyes. So this, consider this as your eye. Okay, so in that way it reach your eye. So you will feel that due to this zigzag movement of light rays, you will feel that it is twinkling, and you will feel that the star is present here. Okay, the star is present there, but that is not the actual position of the star, it is here. So this is due to the refraction occurring in our atmosphere. Now another example is about the sunrise and the sunset. Do you know that you see the sun 2 minutes before the actual sunrise, and you see the sun 2 minutes even after the actual sunset? Why? The reason is same, refraction. So we can see it, this is the earth and this is the earth's atmosphere, and consider you are standing here. Okay, and this is the horizon, that means where the sky and the sea or the ocean meets. So you can see the sun only if it comes above it. Okay, but when the sun is present here, the rays will go in this way, and you know this will be the normal. Okay, so this is vacuum, this is air. So when the light passes from a rarer to denser medium, it will bend towards the normal, means it will bend like this and you will see the sun. Okay, but that time it has not actually risen. Okay, but you will see the sun as here. This is original position and this is the apparent position. So you will feel that the sun has come above the horizon, that is the sun has risen. Okay, it is due to refraction. Same way, when the sun is set, sunset occurs, again after that the sun rays will come like this. Again this will be the normal. Okay, so it will bend towards the normal, the same phenomenon. So you will feel that the sun is present here, that is, it is not yet set. Okay, so you will see the sun even after the sunset, and you will see the sun even before the sunrise. So we discussed the 3 examples from the nature regarding refraction. One is atmospheric refraction occurring when there is a hot air just above the fire or a radiator, that is flickering or wavering of objects. Second one, twinkling of stars, and third one, advanced sunrise and delayed sunset. And when you consider the stars are twinkling but planets are not twinkling. Why? It is because the planets are very closer to Earth. Stars are very far away from the Earth, planets are closer. So large number of rays from the planet will come. So on an average, many rays come. So on an average, you will never feel it as twinkling. Okay. So this is about the refraction. Thank you.